Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, where today we are starting on our second act in the game. This will be mission number, I believe, 7 for the second act of a 3-act campaign. 18 missions in total, so we're almost halfway through this beast, with 6 more missions taking place between the early 1900s, which what I would assume all the way up to the 1950s. So let's see what Chapter 2 has to offer.
The new century has all kinds of exciting discoveries in store that will revolutionize the entire transport sector. Experience the rapid development in this inventive era.
Right, so there are 6 missions to begin with, then 6 in the middle, and then 6 at the end to give us 18 in total, which is pretty cool. Unless there's some secret hidden ones or something, maybe there'll be some other ones to unlock. Our first mission brings us to France, where we then need to build aircraft for the first time in Europe, or specialize in building the very first passenger service, at least in France. So without further ado, let's get started. If you'd like to see more, remember to click or tap to destroy that like button. Glory to Raptoria down below. Let's get started. Here we go.
The time is ripe for great deeds.
Wow, look at that, Perry.
You have a knack for technical things.
Well, sometimes mediocre at best knack, I would say.
And you've just inherited a small transport company.
Is that an airport? Okay.
But why stay stuck to the ground? Several experiments with new types of flying machines have already succeeded.
Wow, perfect. Must be early 1900s then, of
Soon,
course.
the first airplane is going to glide across the skies. Make sure this honor goes to France.
Well, obviously, France didn't invent flight, but they will be investing in
Your friend, Louis
flight.
Blériot, a man with a remarkable disposition and an equally remarkable mustache, has a project. He wants to construct history's first functioning airplane. His car lamp factory brings in the small change he needs for this venture, but only if he's able to sell enough car lamps. Help him out. Make sure that your friend's factory runs well, so that he can invest the profits in developing his highly promising flying machine.
All right, roger that. Right, so as I was saying, America was the first to, kind of build an airplane, but this will be our first transport company really in Europe. And they're already building airports, so flight is working, but we're going to be making big profits off of it. So it looks like we want to bring steel over to our friend's machine factory. Okay, so we're going to start with a cargo hub and start producing machines. So I guess a railroad is the best way to transport. That's a little bit of a distance, so we'll get started with that. And then eventually start building some airplanes. So that's going to be pretty cool. So let's build a beautiful little overpass here. Looks good so far. We'll start with one train, I think, just to get the steel started. We've done this many times before, but now we're in that transitioning period between flight and rail, where we're going to make more money off passengers than we would any other thing. Let's go ahead and keep on going here. Yeah, we're making a high-speed line, I guess. Trying to go around this forest a little bit just to kind of keep it looking realistic. And we'll swing back around. Luckily, our trains really can't do 100 yet, so we don't have to worry about straight train lines the whole time. All right, you know the drill. We're going to put a depot down, too. And I think we'll put that maybe over here just a little bit away, just in case we have to build another terminal for some reason. And then we'll put tracks here. Perfect. All right, I've been enjoying doing this so far. This has been a lot of fun. All right, now connect everything. Oh, no. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now we can build our first line, our steel line, going from Paris to Le Mans. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we need to buy a train. So let's buy our first train as well. Ooh, cool. The A35 has been really useful to us in previous episodes, so we'll use that one. And let's go with cargo. This is going to be steel, so we'll buy... let's buy like 5 to start with. Luckily, we don't have to actually supply the steel mill with iron or coal in order to get started. We just need to deliver the steel, so we're okay. All right, let's speed up time, and then we can make our train turn around as needed. That way we can save a little money on this. They've given us $500 million to start this, so the campaign, if you're new to these types of games, this is the perfect game to get into because you're not really worried about making profit in these first few games. It's more about just connecting things and, kind of building infrastructure without having to worry about profits. But profits will come later, I'm sure, in the game. There we go, our first delivery of steel, where we needed 15, but we're already delivering 20. That's great. Might need to make our train even longer. Cool. All right, that objective should be complete. Let's see what other objectives they may have us do. We'll need to deliver wood, I think, to build the planes. That makes sense. Looks like there's also fuel over here, a refinery, so we'll need to supply that. There's also a champagne factory, and also Calais, Reims, Paris. Actually, every city requires champagne, so for some reason we're going to have to deliver champagne. There's also an airport all the way out here in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know what we're going to do with that. I also see airports at Le Mans, Dover, and maybe one at London. Yeah, there's one at London as well. Calais has an airfield. Looks like every major city has one too, so maybe we're going to start out handing out complimentary champagne to celebrate flight. All right, that first objective should be complete. It's just going to need to produce the machines now. So objective 1 complete, and it doesn't look like anybody around here is buying machines, so it's just going to be a straight up, I guess he's making engines. We're going to need fuel, and we're going to need wood to build these planes, so that's kind of cool. Looks like most things are connected via road, so if we need to, we can always just bring things over via truck. All right, here we go.
Thanks to your support, Mr. Blériot has managed to design a prototype. But even so, he doesn't seem to put all his faith in the contraption yet, and has asked you to give the first flight test a try.
Okay, so they want us to buy an airplane and then have it take off, so we have to set up a route. Buy an airplane at the airfield in Paris. Oh, so that'd be over here, and then we need to have it take off. So let's buy a new vehicle. The Berlioz Z. Okay, cool. All right, now where do we have it go? Do we have to set up a line? I wonder where we can go with this. Let's just build a new line, line 2 for our planes. It just needs to take off. Oh, it looks like it'll just land back here. Okay. Well, I guess that's appropriate. Nowhere else I can go, so let's try to assign that plane to that route then. There we go. So we just need it to take off to prove that it's viable. All right, good luck to this first man. It is 1904. Picking up any passengers that are there. All right, there you go, man. And there he goes.
It flies. Hooray! What an uplifting feeling. Except for the landing. A little more elegance would be nice. Your friend will keep working on that. The French Aero Club wants to purchase the prototype, or what's left of it.
Okay, so let's return to the hangar then. So let's have you, first of all, stop right there and return to hangar. Actually, we can just sell it. How do we do that? Oh, no, I don't want you leaving, sir. Come back here. I told you to stop. Where are you going? Get over here. There we go.
Over yonder, on the other side of the Atlantic, the Wright brothers have already made several successful flights before you, allegedly. In the near future, you want to demonstrate your skill in Le Mans. Show those Yankees who the real captains of the clouds are. Help to design an even better airplane, so that you can show the Americans who the skies really belong to. The motor drive, the brainchild of a decidedly eccentric Italian motorcycle manufacturer, could stand a few more modifications. Bring the necessary parts to Mr. Blériot's workshop.
Where's that workshop? Deliver 30 machines to the airplane workshop. I was in Le Mans, but where? Let's see. Airplane workshop. Oh, it's in Paris instead. Okay. I thought we were going to work on it in Le Mans. Not a problem. Okay, so now we'll have some trucks deliver over here. So we'll just truck them in. It's a very short distance. Not too bad. We'll build a road depot here too. All right, lots of industry now already at our base of operations. All right, cool. Now let's buy a couple of trucks. Let's buy, yes, we'll buy some of these. Let's buy 10. There we go. And we need a line for this too. All right, perfect. And done. Okay, now all we got to do is wait for the trucks to come in. So let's assign line 2. Let's see, line 3 rather. To our line 3. There we are. All right, trucks are ready. They're rolling out, so now we should have plenty of machines waiting here. Or at least we will soon. Where's our train? Oh, let's make our train a little longer too. Let's go ahead and have that train stop over here. There's a lot of steel. All right, I need you to go to the depot, sir, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, I'll need to flip it around for a second. Just missed that button. And to the depot, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, I missed it again. Third time's a charm. There we go. All right, I'm going to add some more cars to this so we can send out more machines. All right, let's try to configure the vehicle. And we're going to add more flat cars with side stakes. There we go. Let's make this thing 100 meters long. Beautiful. All right, go ahead. There she goes. Beautiful. We'll just have it reverse so it can pick up the cargo. Now in this game, the only big complaint I've seen from people so far is that they say that the trains they wish would turn around, like there was a turntable, or you could connect the line that way. Of course, you can always make a ring, but this is just for easier for newbies like me. Makes things a little less cumbersome. All right, so line 3 should be bringing those machines over. Let's make sure the vehicle I bought is not for passengers. I have a knack for doing that, don't I? Let's check, make sure that vehicle is appropriate for... here's the menu I wanted. Yes, it does seem like it's for materials, including machines, so we're good. The Landauer is the thing we don't want. And the one we purchased is not the Landauer. It's the supply ones we used previously in the Middle East. Are any of these loaded with materials? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Having our vehicles drive around Paris like that. How gorgeous. Whoa, that building just exploded. What? It exploded into a factory. Oh, no, a little cafe. Okay. All right, let's see if we can deliver machine. Oh, it looks like machines are waiting here now. Perfect. All right, we just need the trucks to come back on a second loop. And all the steel was delivered, too. Excellent. Let's deliver even more steel. So our train line here, ooh yeah, that's looking fully loaded with steel. Perfect. It's better at the factories than at the steel mill. Alright, so now what other objectives might we complete? There's a refinery here for fuel. I'm assuming we're probably going to have to ship that somewhere, but it'll be on the game to tell us where. It could be down to this airport here, it could be all the way to Le Mans, it could even be all the way up to Calais. So depending on the distance, I don't want to get ahead of us. Otherwise I'll set up something and not be able to use it. Okay, so we need to make 30 machine deliveries. It looks like all the trucks are on the way back. And we've got 25 machines sitting there. Each truck will hold 5. So it should be a continuous source of income for us. But I like how the developers are telling a story of modernizing transportation by using other transportation devices. Interestingly enough, trains and trucks were used to build aircraft, which is funny. All right, sawmill and the fuel are the only other 2 places I see as well as Champagne to celebrate. So this should be a rather quick mission based on what I see here. Doesn't look too complex, and France is mostly flat land as we see here. All right, first truck coming to finally pick up materials, machine parts, with 34 in storage. Beautiful. First one should be on the way then. And there it goes, 5 out of 5. Good. All right, that job should be well done. Ah, yes, here comes our train again with steel. Beautiful. Excellent. Lots of wonderful, wonderful materials. And plenty of steel in storage. Excellent. All right, I want to make some more trains, but I think the fuel would probably be a good thing to haul via trains. But again, if I have to just go to, like up here, for example, the steel mill for some reason, I don't know. We'll see. Whatever it has to offer. Wow, that's a lot of materials to deliver. Luckily, all these trucks now are loaded with, oh wow, look, little cars go, too. How come we don't get, like, a normal-looking truck? Alright. The workshop is there. So we should just need one batch of deliveries should just be fine. Let's take a look at the map a little bit more. There's London up here and Dover. Let's take a look at the cliffs of Dover. Ooh, wow, yeah, they look awfully steep, don't they? Ooh, watch it. This isn't how it's supposed to look. Here, let's fix Dover up a little bit for the Brits who are you can hear them screeching in British. All right, let's go ahead and put this up here. Don't worry, I'm trying to help you out, British fans. Just trying to make some cliffs here. Now, it's probably not at Dover itself, but I don't see any other cliffs anywhere. Wait, maybe here? Okay, maybe this is a cliff of Dover. Just a cliff. It's a guy named Cliff. Okay, let's literally put the cliffs at Dover. They're obviously not at Dover, like outside the city. But oh, come on now. Come on, raise that land. Here, let's try increasing the strength. and the brush size. There we go. Okay, there you go. Alright, how's that? No? Alright, let's try over here then. I've spent over $1 million now.
You're about to pitch yourself against the Americans.
Oh, wow.
All kinds of folks are curious and set on watching this spectacle.
Establish a route in order to bring 30 spectators to the event in Le Mans. Oh, all right. Well, let's just build an easy little bus route then. That'll be simple. All right, road depot over here. This will be simple. I like the music. All right, let's build some bus stops.
Quelle horreur!
What?
The jewel of the Louvre, the Mona Lisa, has been stolen.
What?
The museum's management is frantic. Find the precious painting and catch the culprits.
Listen, I'm in the transportation industry. I don't know why they need me. Okay, let's work on this first. That's the secondary objective popping up. We'll take care of that in a moment. There we go. That should bring the needed people. Probably a mess, but all right. Now, time to buy the correct trucks this time. Passengers. Okay. Bring 10. There we go. And line 4. Perfect. All right, we accept.
The trail leads to a group of artists. They're supposed to have pilfered the painting in protest at the elite's antiquated appreciation of art and can be found in Reims. False alarm. The artists claim that they adored the Mona Lisa. In fact, the search for the guilty parties should head in the vicinity of the Italian patriots near Dover. They're dead set on bringing the painting home to Italy. The Italian patriots don't want to have anything to do with this. Incidentally, one of them recently saw a figure at night near the Louvre. Whoever it was hid something inside their coat and rushed aboard the train to Le Mans.
There's no train. I haven't built one here yet.
Ha! It was a craftsman employed at the museum who stole the work of art and hid it in the wall of his house. He'd fallen head over heels in love with the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile.
Is that a real story? Is that what actually happened? All right, we're bringing public to the airport now. Oh, good. Excellent. We've got 3 people already started. Perfect. We're probably going to have to bring more and more people here, so we eventually will probably have a train line from, like, well, Paris. Yeah, probably all the way down the line. All right, let's see what happens. So this is all done. Good job. All right, we'll see another objective soon enough. Another side quest. That was pretty easy. Neat little story to follow. Bum, 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 bum. The airport looks pretty nice. All right, we're about a third of the way there. I would like to build a train line going through all the way. If you know what the next... I don't know what the objectives are going to be, so if you know what they are ahead of time, it makes it... you can do it while you're waiting. But right now, we got a pretty good bus service set up to transport people around. Booze. All right, let's see. Let's build a station between the two, just for fun. All right, good. I'm just enjoying the music, really. Okay, so we have one from the airfield to Paris, which is cool. And that'll be on line 5. Alright, so now we should be able to bring passengers between cities, and then I can set up a bus line in Paris, too, in order to get everybody moving, and eventually get them to the airfields either for events or, more importantly, to get them to ride the planes.
Everyone is eagerly awaiting the event. Show that you can do more than the Americans and fly a particularly daring route.
Okay, let's go from this airfield to... well, we need to go to 2 different... There, and then 1 more. Cool. All right, we got our line set up. Now let's buy a plane. All right, away we go. Just needs to land at 2 different airfields. That should be fine. Okay, now while we're waiting for that, I'm going to set up some more bus stops and things while we wait. Let's just go down Main Street here. There we go. We'll just have this one stick to the little bus stops. Alright, do we have a vehicle depot? We need one. There we are. Now we just need to create a route. And this one will avoid going to the actual inner city bus stop.
Your airplane marks out the most elegant curves imaginable. The Yankees are bursting with envy, and the customers are already lining up.
Cool. Oh, we gotta sell the plane again? My goodness. All right, let me get this bus stop done. I just kind of like doing this just for fun. One more. There we go. All right, line 6 complete. Sell the airplane. Okay. Where is that thing? Let's see. Line 2. Where's our little airplane at? Line 2, aircraft 1, and sell.
Following the success in Le Mans, the greatest venture in the history of aviation now lies ahead. The leap across the English Channel.
Oh, wow.
Time is short. Your rival, Hubert Latham, is ready and waiting. But your friend Blériot is going to beat him to it. He's currently developing a new model, specially designed for this challenge. The aircraft's fuselage needs to be lighter and more aerodynamic. This calls for specially produced wooden parts.
I knew it. All right. What were we building out of before? Like titanium? What were we... What material could we build?
Hubert Latham, is closer on your heels than you thought. It would take a miracle for you to beat him across the English Channel. But miracles do happen, again and again. If need be, you've got to lend them a helping hand.
Okay, now we got to go to the workshop with wood and machine parts. Fuel will probably be the next thing we have to bring. So let's get those vehicles ready. On line 7. Okay, that's done. What's the side objective? Okay.
Hubert Latham has set out on a practice flight in his spare plane. Meanwhile, the model he wants to use to venture leaping across the English Channel stands unguarded in the hangar. A good opportunity to make a few modifications to the competition's airplane.
Are we going to sabotage someone's plane? I'm pretty sure that's like a crime. Oh, maybe not. The FAA doesn't exist, nor do any European rules. If the sabotage is exposed, Latham will gain confidence and make fewer test flights. How exactly am I supposed to sabotage? Oh wait, meanwhile the model a good opportunity to make a few modifications. Meanwhile, he wants to use, okay. When am I supposed to sabotage? At any time or what? I'm just gonna wait until he comes. Maybe when he's out of the plane. Let's see if somebody gets out of their plane. Number of flights until Latham is done. Latham isn't flying. Oh, do I want to sabotage now? I mean, I'm not sure what to... I don't know. Sabotage. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Clicking the sabotage button sets his research back. Oh, okay. So now it's... Number of flights until Latham is done. Oh, wait, no, it pushed it forward. What the hell? Keep tabs on when Latham is furthest away from the airfield. Oh. Sabotage the plane so that he has to make more test flights. Oh, he's the one in the plane. Okay, so basically we need him to be away from the airfield, then we click sabotage. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I've totally screwed myself there. But we are delivering our wood now. So we're improving the fuselage. And I just see a huge, like, conga line of trucks rolling out. Hell yeah. Woo! Get her done, baby. It might be a good idea not to do that anymore. If the sabotage is exposed, Latham will gain confidence and make fewer test flights. Wow, how would that even work? It either works or it doesn't, regardless of my sabotage. Alright, well, I should have just left it alone. That would have been easier. Okay, Latham is flying. Okay, now we have to keep tabs on him. So where is he? Where did he go? Where'd that little twerp go? I can hear him. He's far away. Let's sabotage. Sabotage, sabotage, sabotage. Come on. Okay, I guess I can only gain by 1. What weird... I'd never expected this to happen. A little weird mechanics from the game. I've never seen this kind of stuff in a game, and that is so cool. I like that neat little gimmick to it. Alright, he's going to have to make some more test flights, though. I should have just left it alone. I think we have more than enough trucks to get it done in time. So whenever it says Latham is flying, I think is when you can hit the button and gain 1 more. Just keeping him in stasis until we've finished our deliveries. See, now it says Latham is flying. So let's try it again. So you can only do 1. So basically just click it whenever it says he's flying. Okay, makes sense. Never seen that before. That's cool. Alright, hopefully our trucks are making delivery now. I've seen wood coming through. 5 out of 5. Oh, some of those are machine parts. Okay. But we should have trucks hauling wood coming through soon enough. Wow, we're participating in sabotage now. How cute. Alright, he's flying again. Let's sabotage. Okay, so we can basically hold him at 7 out of 15 forever until our deliveries are done. And it's not going to be too long until we have all the deliveries we need. In fact, I think we just completed it. It's just tallying up the rest of the deliveries now. Maybe. And 1 more truckload should do it. I think that's the next truck there. Okay, I think we did it.
What a fabulous flying machine. Now you ought to rustle up more fuel so that the plane doesn't run out of juice halfway across.
Oh boy, now we need to get fuel going. That's a little further away. Let's pause while we set this up, because Latham is going to be a pain in the neck. Alright, let's get this all set up, and then we just got to keep monitoring him to sabotage while he's AFK, basically. Now, let's see. Can I get an airfield... or rather a train line connected here? This probably is going to be the best way. That's actually quite a bit of fuel to deliver. It's a few loads. It's probably cheaper with the trucks, but let's go for a train now. It's been a while since we've done that. Alright, our cargo line is almost ready. Let's build the second... yeah, we'll build the second thing now. There we go. Oh, we could almost build it straight to it. No, I don't want to build a big bridge. There we go. And is that connected? Certainly is. Okay, let's build ourselves a depot. Gonna have to go pick up the fuel now. And we'll connect that via the track. Looks like that's connected too. Excellent. All right, new line. Good. Now, our train needs to be set up. So that should be... let's see. Steam A35. Cargo. Tank car. Let's try to get 65 capacity. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to set it on line 8. And we're going to have line 8. I want him to only load with cargo there. Just going to set this up so it does it correctly. So it should be the Paris exchange. And I want it fully loaded before it leaves and to fully unload. Alright, go ahead. Now we'll have to keep watching him to make sure we can sabotage while he's flying. So basically, if you click the button while he's on the ground, it punishes you. So we got to kind of keep in mind. Got to keep this little window open over here while we wait for the train. All right, how much fuel is sitting here now? None? The tank car should be able to bring the fuel. Okay, here comes our fuel. We are connected. There's a little tiny road there. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, it doesn't require fuel there. My mistake. It has to go up to Calais. Oh. I was so focused on building it up there. I was screaming at my screen. Okay. Relax. It's okay. We can make changes to it. No, it's the end of the world, YouTuber. No. Calm down, Billy. Hold on now. These mistakes can be corrected. It's just a happy little accident. Those are okay on construction sites and in industry. Well, then we just we do a U-turn over here. And actually, now that we've got this train line built here, if we ever need to deliver anything to Paris, we're already reconnected. So, for example, if we have to bring champagne in, it might actually be a good thing for us in the end. All right, let's try to build our line up here. France is pretty flat, so we don't have to worry too much about things like this. There we go. I thought we were going to the workshop, but I guess it makes sense to bring it to the airfield. There we go. So now all we have to do is just connect it like this and bring the train over here, and then we're done. And we'll be able to keep him at bay. But now that we built another airline, or rather another train line, we can supply our airlines pretty much anywhere if we have to supply it to another airfield. Maybe this will be a happy accident. Oh my god, I built a train tunnel there. Oh boy. Oh boy. I do not want to do that. I thought this land was relatively flat. I guess not. We'll fix that a little bit. There we go. We don't need to build it like that with a tunnel there. We can just build a nice smooth curve there and it'll turn out fine. Jeez. Okay. Now we can connect our line. And let's back it up a little bit. But now if we have to deliver fuel elsewhere, we should be ready to go. So Paris connection is ready to go. We can just extend it a little bit to go over here. Beautiful. Okay. Now, lessons learned. You know what'd be good, though, is if you know where to build in advance, you could pretty much set up a network ahead of time in this game and, like, have everything running. So the fact that you know, like, you have to beat somebody to the airfield or something, you can already build, like, a railway up there. So on a second playthrough, things would be much more... I mean, you could almost beat it in minutes because you'd know where to bring things and, like, way ahead of time. So you'd know, like, at the immediate start, you have to connect the steelworks to the workshop, and then you can start building your fuel depot here. Even though you can't pick it up yet, you could still have it waiting because you have millions of dollars ready to go. Alright, so we should have our connection there now, right? So we should be delivering to Calais. It is connected. So let's check that line again. Let's see, where are we at? Train. Is it loading? The train does have fuel now. Is carrying 20 out of 65. Alright. Let's send the train out when it gets to 35. We'll just tell it to go. And we'll keep our boy sabotaged. 35, and then we can roll out. Cool. I still like this train line, though. I think it's beautiful, and I hope we get a chance to use it. If anything, look. It looks really beautiful. Alright, now we can send it out to the next stop. Go, baby. Go to Calais. Alright, cool. So that's the only other thing I see. I think we have to just be the first to deliver champagne to, like, maybe every major city or something. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Look at that train. Beautiful. And what I could do, too, is lower the landscape around that and flatten the terrain. I want to build more trains, though. I'm kind of glad that happened. I like that. But now I can have a train connected through multiple cities. Maybe we'll have to have a competition between trains and planes. See what happens. There she goes. Wow, look at this road. Just a giant jump. All right, where's our lovely train? Where's our lovely train? There she is. Beautiful. So 35 fuel is needed. Can now be delivered to Calais. Wonder if we're going to fly our plane here then and go across the channel. It is the smallest distance between Calais and Dover. Much better than going from like Le Mans to London. So this seems doable. I hope we can make it. Look at all the little spectator stands too. That's so cool. All right, good. Now we just need the game to register it. Bum, bum. Now it's counting up the fuel. So we're at 22, 25, 10 more. We're almost there. This actually reminds me of the shuttle mission you have to do later in Transport Fever, the original. There was a mission where you had to bring trucks
Your
back
rival
and forth.
has been hit with a stroke of outrageously bad luck.
Oh.
For reasons unknown, his plane is exhibiting countless malfunctions. Now it's going to be impossible for him to cross the channel ahead of you.
Oh, darn. Allocate an airplane to a route and land. Oh, good. So all we have to do is buy a plane and cross the English Channel. That's it. Okay, easy. Buy a plane. Buy vehicle. Cool. Let's go back to line 2. That was our traditional plane line. Line 2, delete all those. Let's fly to Dover. That'll be the quickest way. There we go. 1 and 2. Boom, boom. All right, cool. Wow, look at that long circle he's taking. Jeez. Okay. Let's assign our train to it. Plane. There we go. Aircraft 1 to line 2. There we go. All right, now it just needs to land across the canal. Let's take a little flight across the English Channel. Not the canal. Channel. Woo. All right, we're going turbo mode. Here we go. Woo! Well, that's awesome. Look at that. Well, somebody might want to move that tree, but okay, we made it. Oh, there's no passengers. Oh.
A brilliant achievement. You're the pride of the nation. Except that your friend is taking it badly that the honor of crossing the channel wasn't given to him. From now on, he's going to keep his hands off flying and stick to designing aircraft, because they're a hot item now. The champagne industry is hosting a big flight contest. The point is, flying and champagne have a lot in common. Both are a tingling experience and the perfect match for daredevils. Mr. Blériot has placed his latest design at your disposal. Use it to scoop up the grand prize at the Flight Week in Reims. Monsieur Daniel, an aviation enthusiast from the petroleum industry, is tinkering with a new blend of fuels. Help him by providing your services. He'll return the favor by filling up your tank.
Now we can change our train line, so it worked out in the long run. Sweet. Cool. So let's just modify the route. Line 8 to go from Calais back to the workshop. Hey, I'm glad we got to use it after all. Cool. Happy little accident.
An Austrian swashbuckler is pursuing an audacious plan.
Uh-oh.
To fly without an airplane. The self-styled Batman wants to design a flight suit and use it to jump off the Eiffel Tower, then soar like an angel over the rooftops of the city. You're supposed to give him a helping hand.
He's gonna die, but okay.
The Austrian needs fine, pliable types of wood for his batsuit. Obtain the desired material.
Okay. Well, let's just redo our wood route to go to the Austrian then. Meanwhile, fuel should be delivered shortly. What is our wood line? That is this gray line. Is that line 7? It is. Okay. So instead of going to Paris South, we're going to redesignate our delivery to the Austrian workshop in the north. So let's put that over here. I love the music too as it changes, like accordions for France and all sorts of different instruments based on where you're building and what you're doing. Okay, we'll redirect that to the Austrian workshop here. Okay, so wood planks are going to be delivered there instead. I'm glad in this game we don't have to do all the prerequisite stuff like deliver logs and make them into plank. You know, it cuts out the middle stuff. But it'd be nice if it were there too by making it more difficult. It's more time consuming than it is challenging. But I guess that's a challenge in its own. Okay, so fuel should be delivered now. Or it should be being delivered. Ah, there comes our train now. And it is loaded with 65 fuel. Beautiful. So the fuel objective is complete, and the wood, he only needs 1 wood. I didn't even realize that. Maybe he'll end up needing more, but we're making millions of dollars anyway, so who cares? Next it'll be to deliver champagne. Dun. Bum, bum, bum. All right, there comes the fuel train, so that should be the 35 plus fuel that we need, and a little extra spending cash on top. Ooh, wow, $500,000 for delivering that. Big o money. It looks like a lot of people want to go between Paris and Le Mans. If only there was some sort of faster way to go between these two destinations without having to cross rough terrain.
Before the grand flight week starts, the organizing committee needs help with the preparations. A grandstand needs to be built for the guests. As for the beverages, no one should be left high and dry.
Okay, so Reims now needs planks, so we can redesign that to go there as soon as that's done. And then also deliver champagne from there to there. Okay, so we need 2 truck stations. So let's put one here. And one here. As soon as the first wood gets delivered, I'll redo that as well. All right, let's go. Yes, we'll build it next to this. So this will be for the champagne. All right, let's go with a new line between the two. Yay. Cool. Let's buy like, I don't know, let's buy 10 trucks again, just to get a constant supply of goods with no slowdowns. So we need to buy some vehicles now. And that allows us to buy our good old cargo truck. Let's go with 10. 10's good. And that should be on line 9.
Goodness gracious. The contraption that the Batman intends to fly with doesn't look very airworthy. Protect him from himself. Steer him away from his crazy plan by giving him champagne to get him thinking about something else.
Okay, let's get rid of the Paris branch and come over to the airfield now. Also, it looks like I could build a road here to shorten that path, so let's do that. There's a little way to kind of make a shortcut here. Is there a way I can make a square road without having to curve? Who made this pathing system? Is it the guy who designed the paths in Planet Coaster or something? There we go. All right. Now, we need to deliver 1 champagne to this guy. I'll just have 1 truck pull up and do it. Let's make a separate line for this guy. New line, line 10. I guess we're Uber Eats now. Wow, we got to drive halfway across the country to get this man crunk. Where is it again? Austrian workshop is here. Okay, Batman. Let's buy 1 truck for you. Buy vehicles, 1 cargo truck. And let's go to line 10. Perfect. All right, that should be done soon. Wow, look at all that champagne. It's being loaded on them trucks now. All right, planks are on the way. Champagne is on the way. And we're going full speed. And wow, look at all that extra fuel sitting here. Oh, that's a lot of fuel. Train is on its way back. Okay, very nice. Okay, so champagne complete. Wood is complete. Champagne is on the way. There we go. Wow, look at all the steel sitting here. Holy crap. They give you way too much. Let's see how much of the train this fills up and how much comes off the cargo depot. Oh, it takes a pretty good amount of it. Certainly could use more trains if the other cities accepted that, but right now they don't need any other goods. People are awfully happy. All right, here comes the champagne, I hope. Yep, almost done. There it is. All right, champagne is complete. Now we just need the trucks to come over with all the wood. Looks like there comes our first wood trucks, too. And where's our champagne truck? Let's see, that is line 10. Let's see what truck is on line 10. Road vehicle 71. Where's he at? All right, there he goes. Oh, you did not pick up the champagne, sir. Swing on back. We need to make sure he picks up that champagne. Line 10, vehicle 71. Vehicle 71, I need you to go back. And we need to configure this line to make sure he picks up the right stuff. So from the Reims North, yep, he should be picking up, however you call it. Reims, Roms, Rooms, who cares? There we go. And back to delivery at the Paris branch. Beautiful. All right, now it seems like he's stopping at Terminal 2, which is on the right side, so there may have been nothing available for him at the time. We make him stop at Terminal 1, though, to make sure there's plenty of materials ready to go. Okay, good. Now we've got 5 out of 35 planks. We should see some more planks delivered shortly. And 1 champagne for the Austrian. All right, just waiting for things to get done. More planks delivered. And it looks like he's got the 1 champagne that he needs. Good. All right, he's heading towards Paris branch at 25 kilometers an hour. Should take him a while to get there, but he's on his way. Glad they gave us just a quick $500 million in order to achieve our goal. We were cutting it kind of close there. Of course, the missions are really to get you familiar with the game, at least at the start, but I have a feeling now that we're approaching the middle of the game, we're going to get a lot more difficult as time goes on. All right, we're at 25 planks, 2 more truckloads, and we should be done. And there they go, building all the grandstands and things like that. All right, we're at 31 out of 35. And that other champagne is on the way. Where is he at? Let's go ahead and track him down.
We're off. Guests from all over Europe want to marvel at your flying skills. Even the president is here. Show the audience your stuff and win first prize in the long-distance race.
All right, we got to buy a new plane. Same plane as always. It's always the same plane every time. Buy an airplane and fly it at least 2,000 meters. Okay. I guess we got to make a new line then. So we got to go from this airfield. So we got to go 2,000 meters. What's 2,000 meters from us? I guess that's a good distance to go between these two. All right, we're going to try to win the long distance race then. All right, line 2 it is. Hopefully we win. Let's keep a track of our aircraft as well. All right, so we're waiting for road vehicle 71 and also our aircraft to complete their trips. So I assume as soon as the plane takes off, the timer will start. Keeping track of how far we've gone. And we're off. We're on our way to Le Mans, and then we'll come back. Oh, we've already gone further than we needed to. Okay, well, that's long distance. We've
What
gone
a pain.
further than that to
You're that
Dover.
close to winning when an American forces you out in the race for the cup. The Baroness LaRoche is obsessed with flying and eager to buy your airplane.
All right, looks like our vehicle is almost delivering to the Austrian now. He's coming up the street, I think. There he goes. That's our boy now. Perfect. There's our champagne.
Oh no, the good man is 3 sheets to the wind and gung-ho. He's already climbing up the tower. Take precautions to make his landing a soft one.
Place a haystack under the Eiffel Tower. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll cushion his fall with the haystack. Okay. There it is. Good luck, dude.
That was a close shave again, but nothing serious. The Batman is more or less in one piece, and already staggering off to design an English publisher, a certain Lord Rawnsley, organizes a flying contest from London to Paris. He wants to use it to prove that no one else is a match for England in the air. But you're going to turn the tables on him. Your friend is delighted by your daring proposal and willing to entrust you with a plane from his latest series if you assist him during production.
Oh, more
Various
production?
interested parties want to place a large order with your friend Blériot. Newly established flight training schools are showing interest. The same goes for flamboyant thrill seekers and, of course, the military. Which order should your friend accept first?
Let's go for the military.
The military wants to supervise the production process on site and dispatch a delegation to do so. Make sure they find their way to the hangar.
Oh, good. Transport 50 military personnel to the facility in Le Mans. Well, we're already... well, that was good news for us. We're already basically done with that. It's automated. We're already 9 out of 50. Good. All right, now we just need to wait for our already existing buses to drop off military personnel. Cool. Closing in on the end here. All right, we're over halfway now. Good. Good thing I bought all those buses and stuff, huh? I assume if I picked the other ones, we'd have to go to a different destination. So the fact that we picked Le Mans, it should tell you more information. But it's to mix up the gameplay a little bit. It would have been nice if it's like military and Le Mans by delivering passengers, but it's supposed to be somewhat misleading to make you kind of like pick one and then have to build
With your
something new.
help, Mr. Blériot was able to design the ideal airplane for the London to Paris race. A large number of magnificent men with their flying machines from all over Europe waits at the starting line. Show them which nation truly masters aviation.
All right, so we want to go from Paris, or rather London to Paris race. So Paris, London connected. There's Paris. Okay, ready? I guess 3, 2, 1, go as soon as I sign it. Okay. Establish a route from the London airfield to the Paris and complete a flight. All right. Let the race begin. I'm sure we're going to win. Wow, the whole population of... oh, I thought that was the population of France. We've transported over 1,000 people. That's great. Okay, where's our airplane? I totally lost track of it. There it is. There he goes. He's traveling at about 100 and... Wow. Almost 200 kilometers there. Getting close. Looks like he's doing 180. Nice. Wow, look at all that fuel. All right, hopefully we land and complete this bad boy. I don't remember how many secondary objectives we completed. I think we need to complete maybe one more. We saved the man who was trying to jump off the Eiffel Tower, and I don't know. There's the race, all done. Oh, we did it. All right. Cool. All objectives completed, too. Oh, yeah, Mona Lisa beat the competition in Batman. Cool. All right, that's it for today's episode. If you haven't already, make sure you click or tap that like button. Let me know you want to see more Transport Fever 2. You guys have been super supportive, so thank you very much for all the kindness down below in the comment section. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Take care. See you soon.